Motive Racing YouTube channel. We are back here tonight on a Tuesday night for the GT4 Championship. This is round 13 of this 15 round season, and based on the turnouts that we've had this season, all I can say is thank God we nearly finished, Ian.
Yeah, it's not been it's been a bit spotty to say the least. You know, also with the reduced numbers, it makes things a little bit more, you know, boring for us. Not in terms of, you know, just because of small amounts of people racing, just mainly because it's, you know, most of the time you get the same drivers that race on in front, and then you're left with, you know, like one or two drivers battling throughout the rest of the race where everywhere spread out. But, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating.
Yeah. And could you allow me to actually do my job, please?
Sorry. Yeah, apologies for that. Let me just get the SharePay link up and running. The 7 millionth time that I've actually had to apologise for something, but yeah, oh well.
You really shouldn't be though, because that just makes you look like a common bitch.
Well, that's what I am.
You said it, not me.
No, it's true. You're right. You're absolutely right. But anyway, guys, we're coming towards the end of the practice session here for this 13th round of this season. Obviously, tonight is races 37, 38, and 39 of this 45 race season. As we just see them coming over the line to finish their laps in this practice session. I'm just going to quickly jump on the YouTube studio on the PC, so I can't actually see the action at the moment. Not that there's a whole lot going on at this particular moment in time, but I'm just going to quickly sort that out. As that was
the stream is not on the YouTube.
Yeah, it's private at the moment. That's why.
For God's sake.
No, it's private deliberately. It's meant to be. Oh no! Oh no! My PC's adapters come out. It's not showing up. Oh mate, it does this. Sometimes I have to restart the PC for it to show up, for the display to show up on the TV. It happens now. I keep having to restart the PC, otherwise its display doesn't show up on the PC on the TV. I do not know why. It's really annoying. Ian, read us through the order of the practice.
Yeah. After the practice session, we have John Boy in first, Cobb second, Parpipper in third place, Craig in fourth, Ozzy Albie in fourth with an impressive lap time there, Potty Brown in sixth, Forrest Deer in seventh, and Big Blue is the last I can see on the board.
There you have it then, guys. I have a feeling they might be about to just drop the hammer and go at the start of this race.
They're just thinking of... Son of a... Never get cats, they're arseholes.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it because they don't allow pets where I live at the moment.
Yeah. I always say that our cat should automatically be named cunt because they are cunts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
As we're just waiting for the drivers to be.
Do you live on the ground floor or the top floor?
Top floor.
That poor cat never gets to go anywhere.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't want to get a dog, because I always feel like it's unfair to have a dog when you're not in a ground floor building.
That poor cat doesn't get to go anywhere. Actually, no. To be fair, the cat. What if the cat decided to jump off of the balcony? Because obviously cats can survive big falls. What if the cat just jumped out of the window and then couldn't get back up?
Oh, I've got like mesh windows up, so that when during the summer I can open up the windows and not have anything fly in.
Oh, okay. Fair play. Have they gone for a formation lap yet, Ian? Because I'm currently stuck on.
Not yet. Oh, we're about to go.
My start menu. Right, I think they're going to go just drop the hammer and go because I didn't read them the grid order. So Looks like we're going to be commentating to nobody here.
Let's see if they're
Here
going
we
to
go
take
then.
away from
Lights out and away we go.
there's not looking
Yep, we're tearing off of the line. Nope, we're doing a formation lap, are we?
no. They've dropped it.
Yeah, we're going full beans. So it's Aussie I'll be leading the race ahead of Doris Steer with Park Hooper there in third place, Big Blue fourth, Pop the Brown P5 ahead of Cobb in sixth, followed by John Boy and then Craig at the back of the pack. As we see Park Hooper there having a spin coming through turn two should I say, and he's also been followed suit by Big Blue. So Park Hooper and Big Blue running into problems here at the start of the race, but it's Aussie I'll be leading ahead of Doris Steer with Cobb running in third place right now. John Boy there is actually trying to defend here from Pop the Brown, who's all over the back of him coming in towards turn four. But Pop the Brown too far back there to make anything happen. Craig there running behind with Park Hooper and Big Blue struggling already here in this first race of the night.
Yeah, it's quite a tough track to get right, and when you do get it wrong, it can be really bad. And we see fourth year potential looking for a move into the corkscrew, but comes to no avail. Yeah, it's one of these tracks that if you get it wrong, it will very much bite you in the bottom. So it's very unforgiving. Don't laugh. It's just one of the most unforgiving tracks out there, especially given that all the track is surrounded by dirt and gravel.
Yeah, for sure. There is no artificial runoff whatsoever around this track, and it's good because you see the drivers really challenged. There's a lot of jeopardy. If you run off the track or if you make a mistake, then you're not just going to get away with it. And we want to see that because we want to see people be very respectful of those track limits. It's something you don't often see, especially in a league like this where you don't have track limits on. As Doris Steer gets a huge snap there and drops behind Pot the Brown, John Boy and Pot the Brown, and Doris Steer down to P5, just rejoins the track ahead of Craig there, but in fact just behind Craig actually. So Craig there up into P6, and Craig's all over the back of Park Hooper right now, and Big Blue's rage quit.
Oh.
So Big Blue out of the race here on the second lap of the race. I know he doesn't like these cars we're talking about.
Oh, no, Albie's lost the lead.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's down for it.
Oh no. John Boy leads the race.
Do you want to do the honours of what we just spoke about earlier on with announcing where I'm currently broadcasting from?
Are you sat in your car at the moment?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Ian has recently got a job as a taxi driver. As John Boy's dropped a couple of places there. He's dropped behind Cobb and Pot the Brown. John Boy there just, messed up the corkscrew there. Aussie leads the race once again. But Aussie's seasoned on that very nicely indeed. But yeah, I was saying, obviously Ian's got a job as a taxi driver. When did you actually get the job? A couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? But you started on Sunday. And you're currently broadcasting this race, albeit he's not on a job right now, don't worry guys, but he's currently sat in the car at this very moment. How close are you to home? Yeah.
The stream's still not on YouTube.
Yeah, I know that, Ian. I'm trying to keep it going because I don't want to leave you on your own because then it'll be silence.
But yeah,
Can I trust you? Can I trust you to just keep everyone entertained for about 2 minutes?
I'll try my hardest, but yeah.
Alright,
go
I'm going to focus on getting this up then, alright?
Yeah, hurry up, let's go. I'm about probably like half an hour away from my home at the minute. Decided, go and get book off. Oh, as we saw John Boy getting, probably looked like desync off of the tracks there from Cobb, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Cobb. But John Boy now running back down in sixth. And as we see Potter Brown taking that second place off of Cobb as he comes through the corkscrew, and it looks like he has managed to get that done clean and nicely as we see two of the KTMs. It was that last year. It was hard enough to imagine a Ginetta winning a race in the GT4s, never mind any other car. KTM sitting in first and second, but it looks like Cobb might be looking to come back here as they go and come storming down towards turn 1, turn 2. I can't remember if that kink is counted as a corner. in the real world or not, but I'm going to count it as a turn. But right now, Potter Brown is doing all he needs to do in order to keep Cobb behind him, and this is going to be a fantastic result for him and that KTM, as it's going to be probably, I believe this is going to be a season best finish for Potter Brown. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this could be a
Could very well be.
best for Cobb. Yeah, I think it is. As we see, Aussie Albie is now just storming off into the lead. He's now gained a 2-second gap. As we see, Smoky Devil has finally produced us with his presence, albeit a little bit late for this first race. But as we see, Cobb was sizing them up for a move there, going on into the corkscrew. And this looks like it is potentially the only battle that is happening on track, apart from John Boy and Craig behind them. But unfortunately, Andy is otherwise occupied right now trying to get the stream onto public. We will have to just stick with this as it is. But with these two battling and Cobb constantly keeping the pressure onto Potter Brown, it is just going to slow them down, and it's going to allow John Boy and Craig to catch up to the back of them, and it's going to allow Aussie Albie to extend that lead by a considerable amount, as it's still 2 seconds as we cross the line, and the gap to it behind is roughly about 1.5 seconds, as we saw Cobb going across the dirt there. Obviously didn't see what happened there, must have just got a little bit too close, and he had to take a evasive action to avoid hitting the back of Potter Brown. But he's now fell into the back into the clutches of John Boy by the looks of it. And John Boy is very, very close. It looks like he might be looking for a move now, and he thinks better of it and moves back into the line.
Yeah, I've got to say, you sound like you're really getting into it, mate. It sounds perfectly fine. Very good. Better than me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I believe so.
Shut up.
I do. I really do.
Well, I appreciate it, thank you.
Well, we should be public in a second.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't mean us, Ian. We're not going public yet, but, you know.
Why? I want to let people know about us.
Shh. No, we can't. Not yet.
No, I want to do it.
Hey. Easy. Anyway, sorry about
that. The battle between John Boy and Cobb has now caught up onto the back of Potter Brown. You just stop laughing. And it looks like Cobb is going to opt for the long way round of turn 2, and looks like he's not able to hold it round outside and has to file back into the back of Potter Brown. That gap to P1 is still staying quite consistent around 1 second, 1.9 and 2 seconds. I can't quite see exactly what the last lap times were because the screen is a little bit fuzzy, but that's just something that I've grown to, become accustomed to. Unfortunately, I'm too poor to get to a pay Andy for the 4K resolution. Unfortunately, but
What a shame.
now that I'm on the stream, I can tell you that that's the fastest lap time last time round was John Boy by just under 2 seconds. That's a really good lap time from John Boy there. But that gap to Aussie Albie is growing seconds now. Oh, Seb, don't you start.
Aussie's driving an absolute. Seems to be delivering here around the track, which I think he does like as well. I've seen Aussie race around Laguna Seca a couple of times, and he generally seems to go well here. As Cobb is all over the back of Potter Brown coming into turn 1. Potter Brown covers the inside line off as Cobb's trying to go around the outside here. John Boy here looking at the inside of Cobb now as well, as these two are side by side coming into turn 2. As here comes John Boy looking to go round the outside here of Cobb. It might be able to make this move. It's the biggest move of slide there. Oh no, and John Boy there off onto the gravel there. Tonight a big night for John Boy to potentially try and close the points deficit down to Mike. Obviously with Mike not being around, John Boy already has a drop round in favour of Mike, so now they'll be even Stevens, which means that John Boy needs to outscore Mike in terms of points this season. I don't know who will have the bigger drop score after this, but I imagine it'll be quite close in terms of how many points they drop with Mike not being here tonight. But currently, it's still Aussie Albie out the front with nearly a 3-second lead over Potter Brown at the moment. There's Cobb, who's still all over the back of Potter Brown at the moment. But now John Boy very much out of that battle when he was really in the thick of it a few moments ago. Craig running in P4 ahead of Park Pooper, and John Boy now on the back of Park Pooper trying to regain some places here in this one.
Yeah, they're all tussling and fighting as much as they can to try and, make up as many points as they possibly can while Mike isn't here. Because we all know that when Mike is here, he can dominate to an extreme fashion. And right now, it seems like the two KTMs are really taking advantage of that.
Sorry about this, my phone keeps trying to unlock itself because it's, I don't know. But anyway.
It's an iPhone.
It's painful. Anyway, so Cobb's still all over the back of Potter Brown into turn 1, but he's too far back. I'm never getting a Samsung. Screw you.
Get an Android!
No! Oh, they're shocking, mate. Why would I get an Android?
No, they're not. Well,
What do you think I am, C3PO?
Horrible. Android is just so much better.
Oh, it's Park Pooper even gets a bit out of shape there coming out of turn 1 onto the dirt a little bit, but Thorister not able to capitalise for the time being. On board with Potter Brown as he's been passed by now Cobb, so Cobb's up into second place.
Oh, yeah.
He's done that one. Now can Cobb go after Aussie Albie, who's got the lead of the race. This is a huge opportunity here for Aussie Albie to take a win here in the GT4s. I think he got a win earlier in the season, actually. Standings now, to remind myself, but I think this wouldn't be his first win of the season if he's able to do this. I don't think the standings that you can see have the race by race in. I think it's just a points table.
The ones I can see is...
Oh yeah, I've got the race by race standings here. No, he hasn't had a win this season in the GT4s. Aussie's taken a couple of wins in the touring cars. Yeah, he's taken a couple of wins on Thursdays for the touring car championship, but has not taken a win on a Tuesday night this season in the GT4s, which is a surprise because he's more consistent in these than he is in the touring cars. But he's currently out the front right now, showing everybody how it's done, and it's been a really impressive performance in this one from him, I've got to say. But can he hold on to it? Because he's got Cobb chasing after him. Potter Brown is going to be there, ready to pounce as well if those two start battling. But it's currently Aussie from Cobb from Potter Brown. John Boy's now into 4th place. Has moved ahead of Craig, so he's gained a place there. As there's Craig running in P5, Park Hooper a little way behind him in 6th. You've got Doris Steer sat in P7 at the moment.
So far, I'm going to say that I know it's a bit early, but I'm going to give my driver of the day so far to Aussie Albie for this absolutely phenomenal race that he's putting on so far. I'm actually started roughly about 5th or 6th position, so he did, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was about that. He just stayed out of trouble at the start, didn't he? Navigated his way through and found himself in a very enviable position. And since then has just got his head down and has not let the pressure get to him.
He started in 5th and he was in 1st before the first corner even hit.
Are you rewinding the stream of what was originally a private stream?
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously everything that we said earlier on, although some of you wouldn't have been able to watch the stream earlier on, we did actually record. We were streaming, it just was the video was on private, so for those of you who missed the start of the race, you can rewind and you can watch the start of the race, albeit a bit late, but nonetheless.
What? For some reason, the standard, the actual start changed up positions. Because it was 5th during as practice finished, and he started 3rd.
Oh yeah, because the practice doesn't dictate the grid, yeah.
Oh yeah, aye. Nah, shut up. I've not played this game in donkeys.
Last lap, Aussie was a 1/10 of a second slower than Cobb, but if Cobb only gains a 1/10 a lap, then that's not going to do it for him. Aussie will still hold on for this race win, so Aussie just needs to stay consistent here, keep a cool head. You can see how close Cobb is to him, but he's got it underneath him to be able to hold on for this one. But Cobb is going to push him all the way because Cobb, we know, we've seen so many times before, if anything happens to John Boy and Mike, he's always there to pick up the pieces. And sometimes even when John Boy and Mike are both in the mix, Cobb can upstage them. On his day, he can take the fight to those two, and currently he's only a 1.5 seconds behind Aussie Albie, but Aussie Albie He's also a driver who can nick a podium, and like we've seen a couple of times this season, can stand on the top step every now and then. But is tonight going to be one of those nights here for Ozzy, as he's coming into the final corner at the moment, and a gap just creeping under a second into the braking zone, but that was because Cobb, I think, just took a little bit more on the entry to the corner. Ozzy with the nicer exit will extend that gap coming down the start-finish straight a little bit here, up to 1.2 over the line as we come down the hill. But Cobb was a second quicker on that last lap. Wow, Cobb is absolutely flying right now. 1 minute 30.4. I think that is the fastest lap of the race so far there from Cobb. He was quicker than John Boy, who did a 30.5. What's the fastest lap, Ian?
29.
29? 29 what?
129.5, I think it was.
John Boy's dropped it out of turn 1. John Boy's had a moment.
We have Mike in the chat. Hi,
Mike. Hello, Mike.
He's talking to us from Italy.
Oh, Italy, very nice. Hopefully you're enjoying it out there. I went to Italy when I was 14, went on a school trip. It was supposed to be an ancient Roman themed sort of trip. Went to Pompeii and Rome as well, and Napoli, and Herculaneum as well.
For you, Andy, no one cares.
I just had the biggest bruh face on you could ever imagine.
Well, I don't remember asking. I don't remember anyone in the chat asking if you'd ever been to Italy. Oh, he's
bit unnecessary.
In the snow.
Oh, he's caught in the snow.
Snow in the area. Yeah, he's karting.
Oh.
That's what the weather's like there right now. South Garda.
Well, stay safe out there, buddy. Hopefully,
yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. But good to see you nonetheless. I can't read the comments at the moment because my phone's being obnoxious.
Is it intermediate weather or is it heavy wet tyres?
Oh, I'd say it's ice tyres, Ian. Definitely.
No, I'm gonna say it's definitely intermediate.
He's in the Italian Alps, for God's sake. He's definitely going to be snow tyres for those. Oh, it's Cobb making a move for the lead, running outside here at turn 4. That is job done there for him. He absolutely swooped around him without any fuss at all. And Ozzy Albi knew that one was coming and didn't put up too much of a fight there. Obviously, Cobb got a much better exit out of the previous corner. But I'll tell you what, Ozzy's got a bit of a run here coming up towards the corkscrew. Is he going to fancy a move up the inside? Cobb trying to stick to his line here as Ozzy's not going to be close enough to make a move into the corkscrew. But Ozzy's been quicker through this corner than Cobb has over the course of the last few laps. So can he have a chance here to maybe organise up the inside for the next corner? No, he can't. Cobb's got that one done here, up into the lead of the race, but Ozzy's going to stay on him. I don't think he's going to be able to come back at him though, because Cobb's had the pace over the last few laps as he goes a bit wide there, coming to the third to last corner. But I think Cobb is now just going to drive away and say bye-bye to Ozzy and pot the brown.
Unfortunately, yeah, but still a phenomenal race there for Ozzy Albi, keeping the lead up as much as they could. He ran more than half of this race. Oh, absolutely fantastic.
Performance.
No, wets on the car, just slide through the corners. Yeah, that's the best way to go. Yeah.
You my friend, are a madman.
Hey, if it works, it works. If it obviously doesn't end up with the wall like Charles Leclerc, then he's fine.
Yeah, if.
Your car isn't painted red.
That's a big if.
Why is it Moroccan?
Oh, Ian, you're crackly. Your 4G's crackly, my friend. But nonetheless, Cobb's gap to Ozzy now nearly 2 seconds out the front. So Cobb's got the hammer down. He said, "All right, chaps, it was a good battle. It was good fun. I enjoyed it while it lasted, but now I'm bored of this." And he's gone and checked out the front of the race. But Pot the Brown's still on the back of Ozzy Albi as they're coming down to the corkscrew. Can Pot the Brown nick a P2 here in this race? What a performance it'd be from him if he's able to take this one here right at the end of the race. 2.5 laps left to go here in the opening race of the night here at Laguna Seca for the GT4 Championship here at Motive Racing. Currently John Boy running in 4th place, not able to capitalise on the big opportunity that he has tonight with the absence of Mike. It will be even Stevens between those two in terms of their drop rounds, so it'll be all down to the point standings at the end of the season as we see John Boy getting a massive slide there going through the third to last corner. hasn't really got much to gain in this one because he's 5 seconds adrift of Potter Brown, who's running in the final podium spot. So I think he'd best advise to just bring this one home and not take any risks. He doesn't want to get damage, end up writing the car off or losing another place here. But
what's happened? What did I miss?
oh, John Boy just had a bit of a moment. Nothing major, just a bit of a moment coming through the third to last corner. But Potter Brown still all over the back of Aussie Albie here, Ian, as Aussie just gets a little bit of a poor run out on the exit of the turn 1 there. Got dipped a wheel onto the dirt. Potter Brown having a look into turn 2, should I say, not close enough at the moment. And still has to hold position for the time being, as Cobb is still continuing to pull away from these two.
Well, it's second and third for the KTM crew. You can't ask much more than that. This car, as we know, it's the worst off version of the Generator, and to get them this high up in the grid, I still say it's a real good result.
On board Potter Brown, then we've got a lap and a half left to go as Aussie gets a bit of a swirl on coming over the hill, and that might give Potter Brown a bit of impetus here, a bit of encouragement. But Aussie managed to keep the momentum there. But if he had got a bit more of that wheel onto the dirt, I think that would have been sideways there for him. Was I suppose you could say lucky. You could also say that it was his reactions that kind of saved the day. But here we come then.
They generally do make off-road dirt bikes, so.
Yeah, we obviously know what they're doing. I was saying that I don't think they'd really planned on Aussie dipping a wheel onto the dirt. Let's Potter Brown trying to go around the outside of Aussie Albie around the final corner, and he's got that one done there. Beautiful exit there from Potter Brown. He's driven all the way around the long way there, and up into second place he goes. Can Aussie come back at him on this final lap, or is that going to be job done there for Potter Brown? As Cobb now 3 seconds clear of them and lapping quicker than both of them. But Potter Brown with a lovely move out around the outside there, and he just picked his spot and went for it.
Joe Boy's in the pits.
Oh no, is that fuel? That must be, yeah, it's fuel.
Yeah. John Boy.
Oh,
I actually don't think we're that. I think that's the first time that we saw anyone actually under fuel.
That's going to be a couple of the less points there gained on Mike in the championship. It's not going to make a huge difference, but they all add up, don't they? And down to P5 in this race. Obviously with Craig now moving up into 4th place. And not the situation that he wanted, I'm sure.
No, definitely not. I think that's actually the first time I saw someone under fuel this season, which was still pretty good. Well, one. Oh, who's that? Who was that? First year.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought that was Cobb there, even though we were watching him. I still thought it was him. Yeah.
Well, here comes the man of the moment into the final few corners. Obviously, he didn't have the easiest of starts to this race. Had to fight his way through the hard way here. Was a little way behind Aussie Albie, but he bridged that gap. He caught him up. He made the move and he pulled away. And Cobb has done an absolutely fantastic race here in his first race of the night. Hasn't really put a foot wrong. He's going to take the checkered flag here at Laguna Seca to kick things off in the best possible way. Potter Brown comes over to take second place with Aussie Albie over to complete the podium. And those three were in an absolute league of their own. Now, John Boy wasn't too far behind until he made his impromptu pit stop at the end of the penultimate lap, which has cost him 4th place by the looks of it. Craig looks like he's going to hold on for this one. John Boy hunting him down, pushing as hard as he can here. I'll tell you what, a couple more corners, I think. It's an old cliche, one more lap and he'd have got him. I reckon a couple more corners, John Boy would have had him here. But Craig is going to hold on for 4th place here by a few tenths of a second. Craig over in 4th with John Boy P5 in the end. John Boy needs to be maximising tonight though, with Mike not being here. But Part Pooper coming into the penultimate corner. It's going to be 6th place for him. Not the race that he would have wanted, but then again, it's points, isn't it? P6,
yeah.
Points mean prizes. Doris has already finished the race, a lap down in 7th. Big Blue, obviously, we lost him in the early stages of the race, but Part Pooper coming over the line and takes P6 here tonight.
Still good points. Some points are better than no points.
Indeed they are, and that is that then for the opener here tonight at Laguna Seca. Cobb, Potter Brown and Aussie, your podium finishers. We'll be live in about 5 minutes, guys, for the second race. We're posting that stream as it goes on. But thanks everybody, and we'll see you very soon.